MQ-9 Reaper. We'll start out with this one. Look at that, guys. It's fast. Looks like your classic flying saucer. Now, this was, I believe, in the Middle East. Not a whole lot of information on that, but this one right here, it just blew me away. It looks like this craft is kind of morphing in and out of existence. At first, I thought it was hitting the water. Okay, and this is from Arrow, by the way. But when I first saw it, I thought, okay, probably hitting the water, but then I realized this is in the sky. That's actually the ground beneath the UFO right there. And it's just like, it's almost like it's blipping in and out of existence, okay? They're calling this a tic-tac. I don't know if I would categorize it as a tic-tac. It's definitely unknown. It's an object. It's doing something. I've heard some people argue it's basically a camera defect or an artifact, you know, something like that, but no proof. Now, someone was able to really clean up this, the Iraq 2018 jellyfish UFO UAP sighting, and you know, I kind of zoomed in there. I cleaned it up a little bit more myself, and it looks like maybe there's like a head turning in there, and some people are saying there's like a man, it's like a man suit, alien suit. If you look real close, you can see like a body in there. I don't know about that, but this is probably the cleanest version I've ever seen of this. And by the way, this is the top 10 you know, I guess you could say military-related UAP sightings. Okay, of course, we have the Jackson. You know, I was actually going to make an entire video about this because someone came forward, one of the crew members came forward and said he was a witness to this exact craft right here. There was apparently 4 tic-tac craft, and this is one of them. Now, in the video, again, they say there's 4. I thought I saw 2 or 3, but you can definitely see that one right there. It kind of just takes off in the distance. Now, of course, you guys remember the Chilean government Navy helicopter 2014 sighting. I did trim it down a little bit, expelling some type of gas or exhaust out of the back. And you know, as far as I know, they never, gave an explanation as to what this is. Okay, to me, if I had to guess, it's some kind of balloon and releasing some gas. Okay, that's about all I can say, because again, I don't know. I've looked for people debunking it, and no one's been able to. You know, it could be, you know, some type of military craft. You know, that's the thing. The more I kind of investigate this UFO topic, and I know I talk about this a lot, but I'm convinced that a lot of what we're seeing in the sky, it's these black budget military programs. I mean, it goes all the way back to Roswell when they reverse engineer. So I think, you know, we're seeing a lot of these. I think they're hybrids. These are, you know, these secret craft, skunk work, NASA, whatever, and kind of mixed in with a little bit of something they found out in the desert. Okay, now of course the Nellis sighting right here, this is back in the 90s. Really cool. This one kind of morphs into different shapes. At one point it's like a metallic orb. The audio is terrible, but I did a video, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, where I cleaned up the audio on this, where you can hear what they're talking about, and they don't really reveal anything other than their amazement, you know, and they're kind of just describing what they're seeing. It turns into like this weird diamond glowing shape before it kind of zips off to the right. And again, as far as I know, this has never been debunked. It's never been explained. NASA, never a straight answer. Okay, NASA, we all know that. And at the end, it kind of looks like a little rubber ducky. So again, guys, just the top 10 UAP military-related sightings. Now, of course, coming up, the USS Nimitz, and I didn't include the Go Fast and the Tic Tac. This is the gimbal right here. It's my favorite of the 3. You know, and people are saying this is some type of jet. I don't believe that for 1 minute. I think these guys are highly trained, and if this was a jet, they would call it a jet. Okay, these are highly trained men and women of the United States military, and according to them, this was nothing they had seen. Now, this is out at White Sands right here. I thought maybe it could be a rogue missile, you know, some type of weapons test, possibly, but you know, you decide. I have no idea. Now, this one was new for me. This was 29 Palms base. This is a marine/air base, and of course they're filming here. Reminds me of the Phoenix Lights, or your typical delta shaped craft, you know, your TR-3B perhaps. And what I like about this is it holds formation. You know, typically kind of like the Mojave Desert UAP release from a Corbell, you can see it start to break apart and reveal what it truly is. But this holds shape for a good 4 to 5 minutes. And then at the end right there, you have this odd light. I mean, could that be the plane? Maybe. And then those are just flares? Maybe. But again, they don't blink out. And they hold their formation. So I like this. So all right guys, so that's basically it. I just wanted to document this, the top 10 military sightings.